All right. So we're technically now like full on doing a Divine Beast plot.
Yeah.
So people can get off our case about Alex randomly wandering the world. We're actually engaging in the story. Are you happy now?
Well, I hope so.
I can't stand anymore. My back is killing me. All right, so this is the tavern that the one girl at the gate was talking about. This is where you get the noble pursuit.
Oh, I was going to tell you. I finally got my hands on the password for you-know-where.
Oh my gosh, they're sitting down and they look natural.
Seriously? Wow, this place is a little crazy, isn't it? Maybe, but I'm really interested. Anyway, the password is... Wait a second. You! Did you really think we wouldn't see you standing there listening to our conversation? So rude. This is a private conversation. Go away.
Are you guys good at talking Valley Girl?
Stupid foe. Who needs them? She got dumped.
She did. And she's drowning her sorrows.
The funny thing is, you don't even need to listen to the password, because it's the same every time, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because it's fun. Just come over here, listen. What was up with that little Hylian Vi earlier, anyway? Forget her. Just hurry up and tell the password, Yaldo.
Yido.
Yido, sorry.
It's an I, yeah.
Okay. The password is GSC Diamond. I overheard Sala talking about it.
Gold, silver, crystal, diamond?
Almost.
Yeah, you skip a generation.
So I'm sure that's right. Where could
The
that...
secret club.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows?
I didn't even think about that. But yeah, no.
Yeah, the Gerudo
The
secret
first
club.
thing that came to my mind was GSC, gold, silver, crystal.
Gold, silver, crystal.
So speaking of that, so speaking of Pokemon, we're about one day away from Sword and Shield coming out. Are you excited, Alex?
Yeah, I guess so.
Even despite all of the people screaming at it right now?
Yeah, well...
And apparently well, somebody was telling me earlier today that it was trending. It was, and I had to check, and it wasn't. But the hashtag Game Freak lied.
That was trending yesterday.
It was trending yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
So
supposedly Game Freak is recycling models, whatever.
They've been... really, have the models changed since Gen 6?
Probably not.
Probably not. Like, they guys, reused assets is a thing. Like, it saves work. I don't see the problem there. I know that there was some developer, I don't think it was the director, they said like, oh, all of them are hand-drawn. Yeah, bullcrap. Even I could see that when that got said. I'm like, yeah, no, they're not, because that would be extra hours. And Nintendo ain't paying you for, or Game Freak, Nintendo, whomever, are not paying you extra.
The reality is, guys, the games are never going to get as high budget as you want them to. Most of the franchise's money, it's in merchandise, like toys.
Just because it's hitting console doesn't mean that you're going to get, like, you know, Final Fantasy 15 quality here. Because here's the thing, too, is that you can't do that. There'd be such a detach for Pokemon fans. It wouldn't look like a Pokemon game.
Yeah. You can't... You know, and look, they tried making, like, a sort of next-gen sort-ish game with the Coliseum games. Those games didn't do well.
No, and even then, they still stayed faithful to the sprites and their art design.
Yeah.
You know, the console iterations, they still stayed faithful. So at that point, if they did what you wanted, you'd be waiting another 10 years. Probably.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to figure all that out.
Ice arrows. Shock arrows.
I actually love the fact that somebody was complaining that the designs were not the same as Detective Pikachu. Obviously, they're not.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that Detective Pikachu was a success, do you want to know one of its bigger complaints? How weird the Pokemon looked.
Yeah, some people found it a little too Uncanny Valley, and I was fine with it, really, but...
Yeah, but everybody remembers, like, I won't see it because I'm afraid of the monsters coming out of my bed. Because they freak me the hell out. So at that point, that's going to be one of those things. But I do know one of the biggest complaints is the National Pokedex.
Yeah.
They don't like the fact that they can't bring all of their Pokemon into Sword and Shield. And you know what? I don't get why people are mad about this.
Yeah, I don't either, because
the bottom line is that there's a lot of Pokemon at this point, and it's not like they can't patch in the files for those Pokemon. You could do that later. They just want to get the game out now.
You know what? I would say, if I had to choose between having a national dex or actually having a Pokemon game that you can actually literally catch every Pokemon, I would take that one over a freaking
Well, that'd be a Pokemon MMO, because like this is one of the things that
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If I had to choose that over a freaking national dex, which you would have to trade your Pokemon anyway, why would I want that?
Well, and on top of that, like I like the idea because look, it's great and all to have the national dex, but I like the fact that they're sticking to the actual concept of some Pokemon are just not indigenous to Galar. And so at that point, they're making sure that you go and play with the Galar Pokemon instead of just bringing in your arsenal from the Pokemon bank.
yeah, it's like, oh no, you gotta play new Pokemon. I'm so sorry.
You want to bring in your overpowered Pokemon to plow through the campaign? No, we want you to play an actual Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Is it that hard?
Guys, it's gonna be okay.
Plus, again, like I'm going to continue to stick with this. It's going to get patched in at some point. They will do that for you. They're just not doing it right away.
Either it's gonna get patched in, or later, or another game
They
down the
want
line
you
is gonna
to
do it.
experience the game first
Oh
before
my gosh. Wow, you just sparked something in my brain, Andrea. This is the flying argument in WoW. The national dex is the flying argument.
Okay.
Okay, let me bring Alex up to speed.
How did I spark your thing?
Because you brought up, I'll show you, because you said they want you to experience the world.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Blizzard, their philosophy when it comes to a WoW expansion is they don't want you to fly over it. Oh, hold on.
That was weird.
Give it a second.
Yeah, we're okay.
Okay, yeah, it's still working. Anyway, so
back
sorry,
here,
we wanted to
come
make sure
on.
that everything was working, and if it skips, then I'll take it out. But
Oh, might as well. Watch this, everybody. You just
oh yeah, let's do this.
sound the alarm. A foe has been detected. Capture him at once. Yeah, you just take off the little belly shirt, and bam, they know you're a guy.
Dang right.
I love that.
And then all of a sudden in the sky, you just out of nowhere hear, no boys allowed.
Foe are forbidden for entering this town. This is Gerudo law. Do you understand? Never come back. I'm here to save your asses.
I
Damn
know,
it.
right? So anyway, so every time a WoW expansion comes out, the developers don't want people to fly over the content that they worked their butts off to make, right?
Right.
And so they basically restrict everybody to land mounts when they're out questing initially. And then eventually you'll get an achievement called a Pathfinder, which will unlock flying. People don't like, or there's a faction of WoW fans that don't like that. They want to just have their flying mounts. They want to be able to fly over everything, and Blizzard has pretty much stuck to their stance of, we want you to be on the ground and seeing how awesome the content looks. And that's the exact same thing here with the Pokedex, is they want you to deal with the indigenous Pokemon of Galar, you know, the new Pokemon that they worked their butt off on.
They want you to start from scratch and work your way up again.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
you've done before.
And then when you've done that, then you can go happy with all your other strong ones.
Besides, like, okay, so Pokemon Home is going to be coming out in 2020. You don't think that Sword and Shield has been built to have some kind of integration with it?
Have you done Pokemon Home, Alex, or
I don't even know what that is.
the bank or whatever?
It's not active yet.
Or the bank?
The bank? No.
No, I know Aldo did it, because Aldo was a dedicated Pokemon fan. By the way, so if people are confused at how Leek looks, he's hot.
Why don't you take? Why don't you,
for
Oh,
him.
fuck. I thought that was an actual chest.
why don't you change your outfit so you can resist the?
It doesn't really resist the heat.
No, I think you actually have to work with elixirs for heat resistance.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, different deal than like in the volcano area. It's a whole other kind of statistic.
Yeah, unfortunately, the sort of default sneak into Gerudo Town outfit doesn't really give you that much heat.
No, you got to use like an elixir or something like that.
An elixir of food on top of it.
Yeah.
So there you can buy like a Desert Voe outfit in Gerudo Town, but for that kind of heat resistance. But even then, you probably need to like upgrade it.
Yeah, I think that's like the white Gerudo outfit, isn't it?
Maybe
I think
you could.
it is.
Well, you can change the color, so I don't know what the default color is.
But yeah, that's pretty much the argument with the national decks. And then the other one that I know that a lot of people are screaming about is no end game post completing the story.
Suck.
And also no Elite Four. And honestly, in my opinion, I'm gonna go with the justification that the devs have given.
Ow.
Have you played Sun or Moon or
Yeah, I played
Ultra Sun and Moon?
I played Sun. I played Moon. So
Well, yeah. So was there an Elite Four or was there just the Grand Trials?
I think it was just the Grand Trials. I don't think there was an Elite Four.
So basically, it's kind of like that same similar thing
Yeah.
for the next one.
Well, the point I was getting into is that, you know, eventually devs don't want to be stuck into a hole. They don't want to have to do the exact same thing every time, and I think in a lot of cases they've been trying to get out of the Elite hole, the Elite Four thing for a while.
Yeah. They want to.
And it sounds to me like in Sun and Moon they figured out a way, but I mean X and Y had an Elite Four, didn't it?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then at that point I don't care. I'm completely fine with no Elite Four.
Oh, X and Y, never mind. I think it did, but
Okay,
yeah,
but
but Sun and Moon didn't.
But Sun and Moon didn't.
Sun and Moon changed the whole formula up. It was you didn't have gyms, you just went around and did trials.
But in place of an Elite Four, you're getting 4 additional gyms.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, those gyms are amazing. Just in the terms of like what they teach players.
Yeah, but I think.
So at that point, I'm okay with that.
The Northern Ice
But
House.
I think I read somewhere where Sword and Shield have maybe one exclusive gym, depending on which one you have.
Yeah.
So
cool.
like
That'd be cool.
Sword will get a fighting type gym, and Shield will get a ghost type gym.
Okay. That's cool. I like that idea.
But I think all the rest of the other gyms.
It kind of encourages you to buy both games. So if you want to be able to do the Ghost Gym, you can, you know? I got Sword. I have a feeling you'll get Shield.
Well, yeah.
So at that point, we'll be able to experience both gyms and see how it goes. I'm okay with that. So I guess what we're saying is we kind of don't understand why there's such controversy following Sword and Shield. I kind of like... I'm still excited for it. But then again, like... I've kind of said this numerous times. I don't really buy into controversy or reviews. I just judge it for myself. So,
Well, you can't follow along with what everyone says until you've actually experienced it yourself.
and in this case, I'd probably rely more on you guys' opinions because I'm like the casual Pokemon fan. You guys are the herd cur here.
Herd curve.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm herdker.
I love how everybody now says it with me.
Herd
We just say
cur.
herd cur. But I mean, you guys know more about. I rely on you guys to teach me about Pokemon, not the other way around.
Yeah.
If this was Zelda, I'd probably be that guy, or if this was Final Fantasy, I'd be that guy. But I'm still excited. I'm still gonna try it out.
Made it.
I will say I'm a touch more excited for Jedi Fallen Order, but that's just because it looks amazing. Considering it's an EA game. Bum 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 bum. Well, apparently EA
Oh,
executives
jeez,
don't
there's
like
an
it.
Ice Whiz robe.
That's the funniest thing I find about the Jedi Fallen Order controversy right now. Apparently EA does not like Jedi Fallen Order because it costs more than they wanted to spend.
Of course it does.
Well, but EA, you wanted them to build a mobile game with microtransactions.
That's all EA
I mean,
wants.
I mean, at that point, like, we already know where that got you.
Whatever
So-
makes them a quick buck, that's what they want.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm not sure about, because people bounce back and forth, is whether or not Jedi Fallen Order will be canon. I've heard some people say that yes, it will be, and some saying no, it's not. It's just a what if. But if it's canon, oh, that'd be amazing. But I guess there's another thing there's another elephant in the room we should take care of. Yes, me and Andrea got Disney Plus.
Oh, cool. That's like
I
it.
told you, we have kids. It has little Einsteins on it, plus a dozen other shows. We had to get it.
Yeah.
Our kids would hold us to it.
There's so much more stuff now I have access to that I didn't have before.
Mm-hmm. No, I've actually been really surprised at how much is actually on Disney Plus.
Especially some Disney
Oh,
shows
you
that
did not
I
just
wanted
shoot that
to.
at me.
Ever since close to the birth of our first kid, I was like watching all these Disney films, and they were so hard to find.
Yeah.
Unless I wanted to pay money just to watch them.
Here is my one criticism about Disney Plus, though. Don't go edit crap. Okay? I get it. Some movies like Song of the South are insensitive. Editing them just to make yourself feel better does not teach the lessons that movie can teach.
I don't think they are, didn't they?
They did. They actually, we did find out that,
I thought they just put up a warning saying, yeah, these are...
no, they edited it.
They really did?
They did.
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, but I have seen the clips that they edited out. And so, because there's coverage of it. And I was disappointed by that. The other one that was shocking is they edited A New Hope.
Really?
I haven't seen that one because nobody's been able to put that up. But apparently Disney edited Star Wars A New Hope. Something was apparently insensitive in that.
You don't know what they edited?
I don't know. I haven't checked yet. I know that it's the later, the Neo A New Hope, you know, the one that...
So it's the special edition.
Yeah, it's the special edition that has all the... And I think it actually has even more CGI in it. Because there was like a second special edition that George released. Which had a little bit more. And I think it's that, but they edited some of the stuff that they thought was insensitive. And, I mean, I get it. It's your platform. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to stick with my buddy our buddy Brinton here and say, you can't just edit something out just to make sure that you feel better about it. If we don't learn from our past, or if we don't, we are doomed to repeat the past if we don't learn from it.
Yeah.
And so at that point, it actually would have been a great idea for a teacher to come in, like a social studies teacher, and bring in Song in the South and have that discussion. And now they can't do that because it's edited. But no, I mean, that complaint aside, I mean, for crying out loud, like, so many old school cartoons that we grew up on are on.
You hit the skull. Thank you.
And keep in mind, it's Fox as well. So
Yeah.
X-Men animated series. Spider-Man, Fox animated series. Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk. All of that stuff is on there.
Heck, we were able to watch Thor: The Dark World just yesterday.
Actually, the funniest part is that they kind of warned people in advance they wouldn't be able to put as many of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as they thought. And aside from maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp and...
Actually, I saw them.
Oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp was on there?
I think so. I think I
They've
saw...
been adding crap to it constantly.
Because sometimes you have to search for them, otherwise they don't just appear.
Yeah, they pretty much have the whole MCU on there. It's kind of shocking. And they also have, they have Agent Carter. I think they have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so you can have that additional bit of story if you want it. It's actually turning out to be a very cool aspect.
They have Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
And by the way, for the record, I don't remember if we put money on this, but yes, they had the Black Cauldron.
Oh, cool.
Black Cauldron's in it. Dude, they have like a bunch of old school Mickey cartoons. Like they really dug into the vault for Disney Plus. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. For crying out loud, they dug out the original, like, Mickey's Christmas Carol. I haven't seen that in years. Uh-oh.
Ow.
Yeah, that was gonna blow up either way.
Ow. All that for a stupid Octorok.
Oh, out bobbling!
was wondering what was making that noise. No, don't whistle.
Headshot. So there you go. Yes, we have Disney Plus. There is still stuff missing from it, but I think it's simply because that Disney just doesn't have the rights. So actually, no, there is one MCU film that's not there, and we confirmed it. Far From Home.
Yeah.
Because of the Sony deal.
Right.
So it's not going to be there, and I don't even think Homecoming's there.
Fuck.